I'm in the Audi e-tron fully electric car. I thought after working with electric cars for so many years, it's about time I take a long distance holiday road trip in one of them. Planned this holiday actually to do my own combustion engine vehicle car from Germany, Ingolstadt, through Austria, all the way down to the Amalfi Coast in Italy, about 1,300 kilometers one way. So I thought, why not take the opportunity to test the e-tron's long-range capability and also the charging infrastructure in Europe. So I thought I'd just take you on a very basic tour as I drive down, do that. So we've just finished our first charging stop after only about 120 kilometers, just before the border to Austria. We need to stop to get our vignette, so we might as well stop at Audi, have a quick charge of the car. We had 70% left, but now we've topped up to 91%, so we've got 20% extra now, just to stop these and go to the bathroom quickly. So now we continue the trip. So it's our second charging stop here today. We've just arrived in Italy, just crossed the border from Austria, and as you can see here, we've just reached 80% of our charge. We were at 150 kilowatts and slowly ramping down now as the battery's full. Those 80%, that's enough for us now to get to our destination, about 280 kilometers away from here for our overnight stay. So a very simple stop. We've been charging for 14 minutes. We've been to the toilet and we've only just gotten back to the charger now. We're ready to go again. So we're back on the road, day 2. Yesterday we went from the Brenner all the way down to Mantua on a single charge, about 280 kilometers, left about with 85% state of charge and arrived with 15% state of charge overnight, full recharge at our destination. And then this morning with a full battery we're now driving about 200 kilometers to Florence, and we'll make that easy without having to stop, and then we'll charge again in Florence overnight before heading off down to Napoli for the long stretch of the trip. Day 3 with the e-tron in Italy. Yesterday we drove from Mantova to Florence on a full battery. Our plan was actually to charge there overnight. We arrived about 45% state of charge, but we ran into our first couple of issues. A lot of charging stations are available in the different garages in Florence, but all the service attendants refused to give us access to them, as they wanted to park your car and take it away. So it's a big warning out there, and also for the industry to realize where there are charging stations and when certain apps direct you to them. There's also a responsibility to make sure those operators are credible, and that was our first issue we experienced yesterday, was that they were not credible and we couldn't charge our car. But it's okay, we still had almost half the battery. We're now on our way all the way down to Napoli today, about 600 kilometers. We've got 45% state of charge. The next Ionity charger is 80 kilometers south of Florence. We make that quite easy. We'll charge up there and then we'll head onwards to Napoli as planned. So we've just completed our Ionity stop for the day. We came in about 15% state of charge. We were going to stay for about 30 minutes to get back up to about 90%, but there's an outlet village here and went a bit overboard. So we ended up spending about 45 minutes, and now we're fully charged and we're ready to go now to the next stop, which will only be 50 kilowatts. We'll have lunch there, and that should be enough to get us to Napoli. So we're on the last charging stop now, on our way to Napoli. We're between Rome and Napoli, about 160 kilometers away from Napoli. We just stopped for lunch here in a small village off the autostrada here. About 45 minutes of lunch. We plugged in about 30% left, and 95% now, which is more than enough to get us to Napoli. So we'll be on our way again, and we do the stop pretty much like we would do any stop, getting lunch along the way. So really, from that end, no inconvenience. So you join us in Sorrento now, where we have found a parking garage for our next charge. The last time we actually charged was 2 hours outside of Napoli. We didn't charge in Napoli, didn't need to. We then had a lovely day trip to Pompeii and some other areas. And we've essentially arrived now at Sorrento 3 days ago with a mobile charging unit. We can recharge the car fully in about a day and a half from the normal domestic socket. We were here for 3 days, it was more than enough. And now we just simply pack this back into the car. And we've got another 300 kilometers to take us to the Amalfi Coast. The next time we'll be recharging will be somewhere on the way back home at the end of our holiday. So we made it to the Amalfi Coast quite easy. And now it's time to enjoy our holiday.